Hi there YouTube, we are back for another week of UPBA. This is going to be our week 6 battle and officially the halfway point of the season once this battle ends. There's 12 games in the regular season, so basic math tells you that. This week we have an exciting game for you guys. We are facing off against JB Westside and his Las Vegas Cinderaces. Now if you don't know who he is the commissioner of the UPA. That is the league we won a month ago or so. And we fought him 2 weeks in a row in that league, and we went 1-1. So this game will sort of be the quote tiebreaker. Granted, I won the playoff game, so that's why I advanced and all that stuff. But he's a great dude. I highly recommend you go check out his draft content, which will be in the description below. It will be highlighted because he is my opponent. And just, shout out to him. He's part of Eat Squad. But that is a short intro because I'm recording this team builder very late into the week because this is going up maybe the same day I'm recording it. But anyway, we can go ahead and go right into the team builder and look at my opponent's team. I made transactions last week. They are in effect this week, so we do have a new squad. And ironically, JB also made transactions last week, which are in effect this week. So a little bit of a different team he's been working with this season. He has Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Scolipede, Slowbro, Porygon Z, Moltres, Vikavolt, Pangoro, Aggron, Avalugg, and Wartortle. That is the squad he is rocking with. Have some notes here. Easily the biggest threat to my team is Pangoro. That thing shreds my entire team, at least my defensive core. The difference between Urshifu and Pangoro, because Urshifu destroyed my team when I fought that, is the speed tier. Revenging, geez, I can't think of the term. Revenging Pangoro is not as hard as it was for Urshifu, but that doesn't mean that it isn't hard. And I don't switch into Pangoro. He's got coverage for everything. My best switch in is like Pelipper, and he should run Thunder Punch, so not really a switch in. My team is dummy weak to knockoff, so that thing is just a really big threat to my team, and something I am very scared of. Something else I'm scared of is Tapu Lele. That can be threatening depending on the set and what I have left. If I don't prep for a Scarf Lele correctly, that thing can clean up late game, like if I lose Ferrothorn. If it's Specs, then I don't really have the greatest switch in if he makes a prediction, and then I'm stuck without a switch into that thing either. So that is also very scary. I just have to find out what type of set he is running before I handle it accordingly. Finally, he does have Sticky Web option in Vikavolt. We saw last week how devastating Sticky Web was against my team. It's still pretty good against my team this week, not as much, but one Pokemon I have on my team, which is Lycanroc Dusk, hates webs. So it does make its job a lot harder in this game. So that is something I have to look out for. And those are the big notes. I want to let you guys know, there's no Dracovish this week. I just felt like it didn't really fit the team comp I had going. The plan I have here is that Thundurus can just destroy my opponent's team without Garchomp, and Lycanroc can kind of destroy my opponent's team without Slowbro. So my goal is to get one of those two knocked out pretty early so we can just get some work going. Hopefully it's Garchomp because I think Thundurus is a little bit better than Lycanroc, though, again, we take Slowbro if we can. Also, Poltergeist has a great defensive matchup this week, so let's hope that that can do some work as well. That's going to wrap up this portion of the team builder. We're going to go ahead and talk about my team now. The team I am bringing this week is Lycanroc Dusk, Pelipper, Poltergeist, Thundurus, Ferrothorn, and Piloswine. I have absolutely no notes going into this, so we're just going to go head first in. Our first Pokemon making its season debut is Lycanroc Dusk, max attack, 196 speed, with a Jolly Nature to outspeed Garchomp, moves being Stone Edge, Close Combat, Play Rough, and Accel Rock holding the protective pads. Now to quickly run down this set, I did have 4 move slot syndrome. I wanted Crunch for Slowbro, and I wanted Iron Head for Tapu Lele, but in the end I just decided on this set. I know there's Psychic Terrain on the other side, but Accel Rock is still very good once the terrain is gone for stuff like the Scolipede, which is the only mon faster than this, barring Scarfers. So that's why I went with this set in the end. It does suck, I'm kind of walled by Slowbro still, because, Slowbro's kind of the Dracovish answer, and Dracovish isn't coming, so they're going to just use it as a Lycanroc answer. But it's fine. I have protective pads just because they have a lot of different ways they can passively damage me. Flame Body Moltres, Rocky Helmet Slowbro, Rough Skin Garchomp, and a few other things as well, so protective pads is kind of easily the answer here. That's all about Lycanroc. I know they have webs, so it's going to be a little bit tough because my removal isn't that good. Maybe they won't bring webs, but they've brought Vigavolt like every week, so not going to get my hopes up about it. Speaking of my removal, my next Pokemon is Pelipper. This is max HP, max defense with a bold nature, holding the boots, moves being Hurricane, U-Turn, Defog, and Roost. Now surprisingly, this week I did not have 4 move slot Syndrome with this Pokemon. It's pretty obvious what 4 moves I needed to run on this set. Didn't really need Scald. Rain isn't that important in this game. It's nice for the cover the fire weakness on Ferrothorn, but besides that, not that great. Pelipper is easily the least useful member on the team. It's mainly here for hazard control, and I do plan on using my Poltergeist early in the game, and if Pangoro comes, it gives it a free switch in, so my initial switch into Pangoro is Pelipper, and if Pangoro has Thunder Punch, then it just kind of drops. So that's the situation I sort of see arising in my head. That or just Banded Knockoff, which just does a load of damage to me as well. But if that doesn't happen, I could pivot around with Pelipper into Slowbro, into Garchomp, against Avalugg if it comes. A few other niche things as well. U-Turn is just nice on this Pelipper set, and I think it can do things in this game. But it is our least useful member, and I just wanted to talk about it for a bit. Third is Poltergeist. This is max special attack, 164 speed with a timid nature, holding the Assault Vest. Moves being a Shadow Ball, Psychic, Giga Drain, and Hex. Assault Vest is a pretty good item on this Pokemon, though its coverage is pretty bad, so these are kind of the 4 moves I had to run. I keep mentioning it, but besides Pangoro and a bulky PZ, Shadow Ball is extremely spammable against this team, so that was already a good shot right there. I didn't think Smash was worth it just because of those 2 mons I had mentioned can just kind of beat me. I am a little bit scared of a bulky setup PZ, which Poltergeist, it can be taken advantage of by Poltergeist. But if it's like a choice locked PZ, it's not nearly as scary because I can just, revenge it if it's locked in a tri-attack or something, right? So that's Poltergeist. I do plan on using it to pivot around really early, just because it has a good offensive matchup against some things and defensive against others. That's why I think it's pretty important in this game and is our 3rd Pokemon. 4th is going to be Thundurus. This is max special attack, 188 speed with a timid nature and 68 in HP. Also outspeeding Garchomp and holding the Magnet. Moves being Nasty Plot, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Focus Blast. I am not prioritizing Nasty Plot in this game, I'm more prioritizing the Electric Spam that I have. Mention that once Garchomp goes down, there is no immunity, and Vigavolt is barely a resist, just because Thunderbolt does a solid 1/3 to it, so that is a pretty good shot right there. I do still have Nasty Plot Focus Blast, just in case for the Garchomp. That doesn't knock it out from full, but if Garchomp is chipped down, which it probably should be throughout a battle, it will knock it out at some point, which is really nice. And then again, once that's down, Electric Spam is stupid free. I gotta be really careful of Rock Slide, Scolipede, and like Scarf Lele or Scarf PZ, but besides that stuff, Thundurus doesn't really care about webs, and it destroys the Slowbro that I'm sure is coming, and a lot of other things as well. That is going to be Thundurus. 5th is going to be our Pokemon Ferrothorn. Max HP, 116 defense, and 140 speed def. Leftovers, and the moves being Gyro Ball, Body Press, Leech Seed, and Spikes. I like Spikes in this game because my opponent's removal isn't amazing. Moltres is a decent remover, but I'm not sure if Moltres even comes against a Rain team. Could have taken advantage of the Hurricane Spam, but I'm a little scuffed on. I'm not sure if Moltres is coming to this game, so I thought, hey, if it doesn't, Spikes is free, so that's pretty cool against this team. Leech Seed is also very free because there's no grass type, and just Gyro Ball Body Press is pretty standard moves on this Pokemon. I wanted Spadef just so I could switch into Lele a little bit more comfortably, as well as the PZ. This is also a decent switch into Aggron and the Wartortle as well. That is our Ferrothorn defensive Pokemon of the week. Finally, our 6th Pokemon is going to be Piloswine. This is max HP, 164 defense, 12, that's a bunch of EVs, you guys can read. Eviolite, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Ice Shard. This is the first time this season I'm not running the standard set, and I took Icicle Crash off and put Rock Slide. This is mainly for the Moltres, but also a way to hit Vigavolt a little bit harder. Rock coverage was really good against this team in general, so I thought Rock Slide would be nice on top of Stealth Rocks. Same scenario with the defog stuff, except that this Piloswine actually does beat the Moltres, so if Moltres comes and is the defogger, then Piloswine's going to have a fun time keeping rocks up on the field. That was kind of the sole reasoning behind the Piloswine. Also, I liked Piloswine over Grimmsnarl, which was my 7th Mon, because it takes hits from Garchomp a little bit better. Garchomp was a little bit scary, considering Pelipper is probably not going to be around for long. I didn't have much ways to deal with it, so Piloswine was my main way to deal with Garchomp. That thing's never scary with Piloswine around. So that is Piloswine's main job this week, and that is the team we are rocking with. That actually took a little bit longer than usual. I'm not sure why, considering I didn't have any notes going into it, so, whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed the team builder if you watched, and we're just going to head into the battle for the week. Alright, here we are in the battle, and we see no Garchomp. Oh my god. Okay, we've had a little... Okay, there's no Garchomp. Let me just see what we got first. No Scolipede either? Oh my god. And no PZ? What is... You know what? I'm going to take this any day of the week. I want to apologize now. It is storming outside, so if you guys can hear that, that's what it is. Okay, so these are the 60 brings. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting some of these things, but not all of them. No Garchomp is huge. Like, I'm actually so shocked about that. So I'm going to spend, the course of the first minute crossing out notes and debating on what I want to lead. I was going to lead Poltergeist, and I still kind of want to do that just in case they want to throw up webs. The only issue is that Pangoro is like the phrase knockoff in the entire world. But let me think. Poltergeist beats 4 of these Pokemon on lead, so I still think I want to do it anyway. And Pelipper is probably just going to be going by like turn 3. No, I just spam electric moves. I could lead, honestly, just the Thundurus, but I think I'm going to still lead with the Poltergeist anyway. Just in case it's like a Scarf Later lead or something. So yeah, good luck, have fun to JB. I'm really excited for this battle as I can finish doing all this stuff. Wow, I'm, again, still really shocked about what I'm seeing on my screen here. Know that. Alright, so we're about to be into the battle here. None of this. I think I got almost everything. The worst lead would be Pangoro, and that is not Pangoro, that is Lele. Sick. I'm going to stay and click Shadow Ball. I know it gives the Pangoro a free-ish switch in, but at least I get damage on it instead of just, not damage. Makes sense to me. Psychic Surge, that's fine. I'm going to get my calc up now just to see how much I'm doing to the Pangoro. I should be doing around, like, almost 30, maybe a little bit, probably like a quarter, but it's still the button I click anyway. Yeah, the only way they do a lot of damage to me is if they're size shock, because I am Assault Vest this week. If they are not size shock, then I'm not too scared. I guess Specs would be kind of scary, but Specs means it's not Scarf, and that's the only real scary Scarf on their team. So yeah, they go out in the Pangoro. We'll see what item this is. That might be Assault Vest or just a little bit bulky. I go out in the Pelipper. I don't have a knockoff switching, which sucks, but I guess Pelipper is going to be the one to take this. And yeah, we'll go out into that. Again, not looking forward to taking this attack, but that's what we have to do here. The only way he does over half with me with knockoff is if he's banded. But he can also switch up moves and have like Thunder Punch or something, which is really getting at me, so I do have to watch out for that. Okay, Pelipper's in, Rain's up, as we're going to see a knockoff. Okay, so how much is this going to do? That is not banded, and I kind of just want to fire off a Hurricane, and I also kind of want to Roost. I like both plays, or I could U-turn. I mean, the more damage I get on this, the better, but I don't think I really need it. I mean, if he has Thunder Punch, he just knocks me out here. I think I just Hurricane, right? Yeah, let me Hurricane. I don't really see an issue with doing this play, as they stay in a Thunder Punch, and I'm going to lose my Pelipper. Okay, we lose that turn too. I said I was going to lose it really early. I'm not shocked at all. They are not choiced, which is good to know. I can either go out into Thundurus or go out into the Lycanroc. I like Thundurus just because of how free it is in this game. And And I might just Volt Switch around. Because Lycanroc brings in Slowbro, right? And I don't want that. So we'll bring in the Thunders here. And I'm just going to Volt Switch. If they stay in, that's a good play because I don't have a switch in, though Volt Switch and a Thunderbolt always kills it. So worst comes to worst, I sack something else. Which will probably be the Poltergeist. We'll see. I'm going to Volt Switch now. I feel like they're just going to stay in. I could have just Focus Blast too, but I don't really need to risk the miss if I don't need to. They don't have a Guard Chomp, which is just, huge, so I'm not scared of using Thunders like this. As they do stay in. Okay, so that sucks. Ooh, Thunderbolt doesn't kill that. Focus Blast definitely does. As I feel like they're just going to knock off again. Okay. Who do I value in this game? Definitely Thunders, of course. Lycanroc is still very good in this game. Poltergeist isn't that bad. They're all really good. I feel like Piloswine is definitely not as useful now because of the fact that there's no Garchomp. So I think I just sack Piloswine. Yeah, it's not doing much in this game. It's really nice as I switch into the Moltres, but that's it. I'm a little shocked to stay in there. As they knock off again, yeah. And I'm going to have to give them this too. Or I could switch out and make a double into, like, Thundurus, but if they double knock off, then I'm in a really bad spot. I think I just throw up rocks. Yeah. I'm not really playing this the greatest, as they're just going to CC and knock me out. Yeah. I guess letting Slowbro in wouldn't have been too bad, but whatever. Oh, they lowered their defenses, so I can definitely go out in a Thundurus and just Thunderbolt now. I didn't even think about that, yeah. I think they're Assault Vest on this thing. But yeah, because they use CC, I definitely just T-Bolt and knock it out. And if this thing's gone, then it's just huge. It's gone. Granted, Moltres is a little bit more of a problem now because I got rid of Piloswine off of that play. But I still think it's okay. They actually do withdraw. Okay. Their only resist is Vikavolt, so is this Vikavolt? Yep. Okay. I will be T-bolting this thing. That does a chunk like I thought it was going to, which is really nice. And I can just Volt Switch out of here. I could plot, but I don't really think now is the time to do that, so I Volt Switch. And I go out into Lycanroc probably. No, not the bad play. What? Because I'm faster. I go out into like Ferrothorn and get like a Spike Up. Or Seeds was not that bad either. Honestly, plotting really wouldn't have been that bad there. But the thing is, if I take the hit, and that is Scarflele, then it's just whatever, right? Like, it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so we Volt Switch. And I either go on the Ferrothorn or the Poltergeist. The problem is both invite in the Pangoro. That's not banded, we know. I think I just go, who do I value more, Poltergeist or Ferrothorn? I think Poltergeist. So I go on the Ferrothorn. I can get a Spike Up off of this anyway. If they Volt Switch, then that just sucks for me. But I know it looks like I'm really down bad in this game. But the thing is that Thundurus can easily just win this game. Like, it's just so easy. Because it kills Pangoro from this point if I get any chip on it. It kills Vikavolt, it kills Aggron, it kills like everything. So I'm not even that scared. I just need to keep health on it for Lele and maybe keep this thing healthy. I think a Spike is nice here. Yeah, we'll throw up a Spike. I don't care about webs. It does mean that Lycanroc is nearly as good now. As they go out into this, which is going to be the Moltres. Okay, I'm not too worried about this yet. If they want to defog, that's fine. At least she would have been nice there, but I get to go out in the Poltergeist now. Hell, I could even go out into Lycanroc now that webs are up. It's not as good. Let me think. I could just do that. Like, who do I need Lycanroc for? Like, I don't really need it. I don't think Scorching Sands is a play here. That's a little weird. So, let's go into Lycanroc instead. I don't want removal at this point, so whatever. I wonder if Lycanroc's faster than Pangoro, even at -1. I'm not faster than this, but I can take any like hit, and so they U-turn. That's smart. That brings me on a 119. That's jeez. I want to see if Pangoro is going to be faster. The fact that I have a Spike Up's really nice, though. Scarf Moltres is not scary, so that's something we're going to have to, you know, that's worth noting. Definitely played that early game a little bit scuffed. +1 wasn't that good, but it would have been nice to at least sack. I guess I needed to get the CC off so I could lower its Spadef and stuff, but still a little meh about it. They got onto this, okay. Give me that spike on that. They can probably just freely click the Focus Blast button here. Do I just sack this? I have a really good switch in is the only thing. I don't want to be losing too many sacks right now, but if like they like Scarf Focus Blast now, which they can very easily do. And well, let me think. What do I need Poltergeist to like switch into anything crucial later? Not really, and I kind of want to see what they lock into. No, this is nice for Moltres still. I'm gonna go on to Poltergeist. I don't really care if it brings out Pangoro. It's not a big deal. It just sucks because if I stayed in with Lycanroc, I can find out if this thing's Scarf or not right now. While in this case, even though I save a Pokemon most likely, I don't get to find out if it's Scarf unless he changes moves. So he clicks Ice Shock. Okay, that's like the worst thing I could have saw there. And that actually just kills me. Wow. And I disable it. Okay. Wow, that specs, I think. I don't think Scarf knocks me out there. Scarf is like a 6% roll. I think you're Scarf. Which is what I was expecting. Now I'm gonna go out into Thundurus here. And I can probably just click Volt Switch. I have to be careful. Oh wait, it spikes up, so Starry doesn't matter. I could plot, but it's the same scenario. If this thing is like, well, if it's Scarf, then he can't hit me. But if he's not Scarf, then it's dumb. So I Volt Switch here into the Ferrothorn. I feel like this is where he sacks something. He actually stays in. Okay. That does so much damage. Oh my god. And it's not Scarf actually. I just realized. So I go on the Ferrothorn here. And probably just set up another Spike, maybe Leech Seed, depending. Has no move. Oh wait, they are Scarf. They just struggle. Okay. So I'm going to. Yeah. Oh wait, they died a Spike. Oh my god, that's big. I'm actually going to Leech Seed or Spike here. I think Leech Seed's fine. No. I think I Spike just in case they sack. Because this thing can't switch in unless Moltres defogs later. I still have my Moltres switch in, which is really nice. And that's his only defogger. So. And then more Spikes just guaranteed to put things in range. So that's why I'm doing this play. And again, if they struggle, then they just kill themselves. Okay, so yeah. They probably go on the Moltres here. No, they go out into this. Okay, that's fine. This thing is, I am 100% sure this thing is going to be Rocky Helmet. I kind of wish I had Rocks up, but it's fine. And now I Leech Seed. If they teleport, that's a smart play, but it's fine. I'm a little scared of Aggron in the back. Though I do have Focus Blast, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. But as long as they don't defog, then their only Scarfer is going to die. They have Flamethrower. I sort of figured they had Flamethrower, I just wasn't sure. Wow, that is a lot. Oh my god. Because I do Seeds. And I kind of want to go out on the Thunderous here. Be a little bit more aggressive about it. Now that I have Seeds up. I feel like that is the play. And keep Ferrothorn around for a little bit later. So yeah, we'll do that. We're going on the Thunders now. That second spike is going to be really nice for the Pangoro. Because I'm not sure if they actually withdraw. Okay. That was smart. They got into this. This is fine with me because I went right on the Thunderous. So. And I think I actually just Volt Switch just in case Thunderbolt doesn't kill. Thunderbolt should kill, but is it worth risking? Probably not. I don't need health on this per se as much now. You know what? I think I'm just going to T-Bolt. Yeah, we'll T-Bolt. They have to be defensive to live this, so that's that. And they actually withdraw, so yeah, we made the right play there. They're going to sack the Lele, okay. So Lele's dead. Can Scarf Aggron outspeed me? I didn't even think about that. I guess that's something I have to consider here. That's such a weird bring, but like I didn't consider it, so it cannot. Scarf Aggron does not outspeed me. Okay, so that's good to know. Unless it's like Rock Polish. Alright, they go onto it now. They are Boots. No, they're Boots. Okay, so not even Scarf. Oh, if I just click Focus Blast here and hit, then it just, well, it doesn't die because it's sturdy. So I think the one thing that beats me here is Rock Polish, but I think I'm gonna Volt Switch here. Maybe. We'll see. We Volt Switch. This is gonna do a lot. Yeah, that does a chunk. And I just got on the Ferrothorn. And yeah, that's what we do. And if they Rock Polish, then I think I might lose the game. Unless they don't have a Fire move, which they should have because I have a Ferrothorn. As a Rock Blast. Okay, that's not scary. I kind of wish that was Contact, but it's not. We can find out if it has a Fire move here now. I still click Leech Seed, I think. Yeah. Or I just get another layer. Nah, Leech Seed's better. I don't need damage on this at this point. They Fire Punch. They do have it. As I actually live the hit, which is kind of nuts. That I live that. If I Body Press, I just would have knocked it out. But honestly, this is fine too. As I gotta get rid of some of these notes here. I haven't crossed down a bit. So yeah, this thing's in Spike's range at this point. I'm not seeing really a big way on how they beat what's it called at this point? Thunderous. I just Spike here. Get a third layer up for the Pangoro. Moltres with Defog is still going to be a little bit annoying, so because these spikes won't be up. But they Fire Punch. Yeah. Okay, so they're just going to die here. Or no, I'm going to die here. Does he die though? He does. Okay, so Aggron's dead. And I just got on a Thunderous here. Don't even have to think about it. I love how Lycanroc's just kind of here, not really doing much at this point. I apologize if I've been like, kind of quiet on and off. I'm just kind of focusing here. I do that in every battle though, so I mean, it shouldn't be too shocking at this point. Slowbro and Moltres, even though they're like a full basically, they should die to hits. Vigavolt should die to Thunderbolt. If not, I can always take one hit. But you should die to this Thunderbolt. Right. Do I need to risk it? I'll click it. As we Thunderbolt here. As Vigavolt is going to drop. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's gone. I have to remember Poltergeist is gone. I have a Poltergeist on my notes still that it's here, but it is definitely not. The only really like reason, like I feel like maybe Pangoro can live based on how much Voltage did earlier. That just it did like nothing. Pangoro. That being said, I don't think Pangoro knocks me out in any one hit either. Again, not banded. I can get rid of this. As Pangoro comes in, yeah. Actually, you know, that's in range. That's in range. I don't need to risk a Focus Blast, I don't think. I think T-Bolt just kills. I hope it does. Because I know Thundurus beats the other two in the back. As we are going to click the button. And because I got spikes up, Pangoro is going to drop. I don't think that died without spikes, so that is going to be amazing. Ferrothorn doing its job here and its role this week by doing that. And I think we're just going to win the game here. Because Slowbro should never be able to do anything to me. I still have Moltres in the back for the... I mean, Lycanroc in the back for the Moltres anyway, so... Not too worried about that. I just clicked Thunderbolt. This should die unless it's like really Spit F. As I think it lived on 1. It did. Okay, yeah, it lived. But I should live this. Yeah. And we just Thunderbolt again. We just spam Thunderbolt. That's all we do. Thunder's gonna pick up another kill. And at this point, it should be over. So, close game. I feel like I played my early game a little bit weird, and I was a little skeptical about how I played that, but in turn, I was able to recognize my win con, which is this Thundurus right here, and the way I chipped down that Pangoro, it was a little bit sus, but in the end, you see, how it worked out. I got the chip I needed. I put myself at a little bit of a disadvantage to sort of gain the advantage later in the game right now. So it worked out, I believe, unless something wacky happens here. This should kill, unless it's like Spit F or AV, one of the two. I feel like it's Rocky Helmet, as it lives. Okay, so it's Spit F. It scalds me, okay. I should live this, yeah. Even with the burn, doesn't matter, yeah. And we T-Bolt again. So GG to JB, that was a good game. Again, very close, but Thundurus is going to be ranking up the ladders again with more kills and no deaths, which is pretty sick. And we're going to move up to 6-0, so that's pretty exciting. Make sure to go check out my opponent. His link will be in the description below. I'm always a big fan of watching his content. He always does a mix of things depending on how busy he is. Sometimes he'll go full in depth. Sometimes he'll do like this montage type of video, which is also pretty cool. And I highly recommend you go check out his channel. And he's also part of Yeet Squad, so he's got to be awesome, right? But that's going to end up this video. Thank you for watching. I'm not sure who we face next week, but that's going to be a next week thing. And thank you, and I will see you next week.